Books presents a Southern Voices production, Beach Trip by Cathy Holton. This unabridged recording is narrated by Linda Stevens. Recorded Books is the producer and publisher of Southern Voices, celebrating the rich heritage and distinct characteristics of Southern writers. The author opens with a quote from Marie von Ebner-Eschenbach. "In youth we learn. In age, we understand." And now, Beach Trip.
Spring of 1982. Bedford University, Mount Clemens, North Carolina. Lola was engaged to Briggs Furman. So her roommates were stunned the evening she came home and told them she was in love with a boy named Lonnie. They sat around in various poses of disbelief and concern, watching Lola and Lonnie, who stood, arms entwined, in the middle of the living room. Lola had leaves in her hair. This was 6 weeks before they were all set to graduate from college and go their separate ways into the wide world. And no one had suspected Lola of a secret love affair, least of all Briggs. Mel was the first to recover. "Lola, what are you doing?" she said. Lola laughed and reached up and kissed Lonnie on the ear. Small and pretty, she had the face of a Botticelli angel. "That's Mel," she said, pointing. "And that's Sarah and Anne Louise." Sarah and Anne Louise raised their hands mechanically. Lonnie said, "How you doing?" He was pleasant-looking enough, with blue-gray eyes and light blonde hair pulled back in a ponytail. Still, he did not look like the kind of boy a daughter of the former governor of Alabama might bring home. "Briggs has called 10 times looking for you," Mel said flatly. From the first time they met freshman year, Mel had thought of Lola as the little sister she never had. There was something childlike about Lola, something fragile, that made Mel want to protect her. Lola seemed unconcerned that Briggs had called. She seemed unconcerned by anything but Lonnie, standing there and staring up at him with a look of absolute devotion on her face. She had never looked so happy, or so vulnerable. "I don't care," she said gaily. "I don't care about Briggs." "Well, maybe you should tell him that." "He wouldn't listen anyway." Mel stood up abruptly. "Lola, can I talk to you?" "No," Lola said. She dragged Lonnie off to the kitchen, and a few minutes later they could hear them giggling and rummaging through the cabinets. "Fuck," Mel said. "Now what do we do?" "Why do we have to do anything?" Anne Louise asked irritably. She was sitting on the sofa, bundled in a heavy blanket, even though it was May. She had grown so thin her round, pretty face seemed almost skeletal, the skin pulled tightly across her jaw and cheekbones. Anne Louise had always been difficult, but over the last few weeks she had become nearly unbearable. "It's her life. Let her marry whom she chooses." "Are you kidding?" Mel said. "The guy's a high school dropout. He's a maintenance man. What do you think Maureen's going to say about that?" Maureen was Lola's widowed mother, the Dowager Empress of Alabama, and no one had any doubt what she would say. After all, she had handpicked Briggs Furman based on his impeccable pedigree and social connections. "Annie's right," Sarah said, giving Mel a grave look. "Lola's happy. Leave her alone." "She's happy now, but will she be happy later when Maureen finds out? Because you know Maureen's not about to let her only child run off with a barely employed maintenance man." "She won't know about it until it's too late to stop it." "But what about later? What about when she cuts Lola off without a dime? She's used to privilege and money. Can you imagine Lola clipping coupons or living on a budget, scraping along to make ends meet on a teacher's salary? And what about Briggs? No one said anything. Sarah combed her long brown hair with her fingers. "What about him?" she asked finally. "What's he going to say? What's he going to do?"
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.